G'day guys, it's Ross at FoodTravelMusicLove.com. Inspiration from the heart. One of the last days down here now in Pattaya, January 2022. I say January, it feels very odd saying January when it's this blisteringly hot compared to what I'm used to in the UK. I'll be getting back to that in a couple of days. Jomtiem today, never been to Jomtiem before. It's a nice little beach area, around 4 miles, 5 miles outside of Pattaya, depending on where you're staying. It's about 4 miles from my condo. Jomtiem Beach. Thought I'd just come down, show you this place, and then we're going to try a nice little hot pot at a restaurant later on, right next to where I'm staying. So this is new to me. I've never been down to Jomtiem in 7-8 years. I've been visiting Pattaya in Thailand. Never come to Jomtiem, so I thought I'd come down and see what it's all about. So one of the first things I've noticed, weirdly, is the size of the hotels here. You can see in the background, these are like huge hotels compared to what you get down on the beachfront in Pattaya, just a few miles along. I did notice these when I was out on the trip to Koh Larn. So yeah, obviously very touristy here as well. I wouldn't like to be up there, to be fair. Not really good at heights. Not looking forward to the plane. Already I can see why people come down to Jomtiem, why they stay here or visit here, kind of if they're in Pattaya. It's a beautiful beach. It's kind of more of a typical Thailand style beach. Pattaya's very nice, but for starters you've got loads and loads of boats off of the shore of Pattaya, which, you know, isn't the most beautiful thing to look at. A load of old tugs sitting out there. A lot of tugging going on in Pattaya. It's actually kind of odd how there are no boats. Like, well, there's 1 or 2 little kind of dinghies sat out there. So obviously all the trips tend to go out from Pattaya. I'm guessing, well, I'm saying there's no boats, I'm literally standing right next to one. But I mean, not like jet skis and things. I'm guessing you can do some water sports from here. I have heard about that. But most of the other boats are all just shored up, just sitting out there, you know, a few 100 yards off the shore of Pattaya. Oh, that's lovely out there. I'm going to miss this. Obviously, I think that's where Koh Larn and things are over there, based on the journey that we did a couple of days ago. Right, well, this feels like being back in England, which is kind of quite nice. A typical kind of seaside tourist shop with beach towels, balloons, you know, toys, kid stuff, sandcastle making things, all the things you'd expect. I don't remember seeing any of them really down on the beach in Pattaya. So it's quite nice to see that. Might see a couple of arcades in a minute, get on the old handicap game. That means nothing to a lot of people. I was a little bit wary filming on the beach, for obvious reasons. I'm not one of those sort of people, but you know, people look and think, there's a bloke with a camera, I've got nothing on. Police. Genuinely, that is why I try and find like the quieter areas to try and film in. I think it's a polite thing to do, you know, or I have to get my own kit off as well and say, well look, we're in the same boat, you know. People would want me in the boat if I had no kit on. Okay, there's a guy down there behind me having a tattoo done on the beach. I'm sure it's all puckering above board. You might be able to hear the zzz, and it's that very zzz that puts me off having a tattoo. I'd love to have one, 2, maybe 3. No, the noise, definitely not. I don't want that noise on my skin. First impressions for me would be that this is a bit cleaner and classier slightly than Pattaya. Just looking up some of the SOI'S, you know, I have seen a few, like, you know, places say massaging and that sort of thing. I don't know what other services they provide. It's not something I've ever asked for in any massage parlour. Definitely not. But yeah, the first impressions are clean, tidy, and a nice beach resort. I've noticed a lot more people smoking and having a drink and holding their mask. And I reckon because the rules are obviously you can smoke, drink, eat, you don't have to wear a mask. It's like, I'd rather have cancer, liver disease, obesity, anything other than have a dirty nappy around my chops. And I'm all for that. It's too hot here. It's too hot to keep a mask on all day. Unbelievable. It's called Jomtiem Boathouse, Hotel, Bar and Restaurant. It's got Elvis outside. No reference, relevance whatsoever. Just an excuse to go, I don't even like Elvis. Much like Pattaya, the beach is lined with kind of sun lounge areas where you probably have to pay 10-20 baht. They also got food and drinks coming on, people coming around with trays of food here, which actually look pretty nice. They're cooking, oh man, I can smell that, so you can tell things have just been cooked. And obviously people have got to make their money, come down and support these places, these little street vendors. So a lot of them are just beach huts and lounges, but a lot of them will utilise that area to sell drinks and have some sort of fresh food going on there, even just on a barbecue or something. It's a really, really nice way of living, I think. Well, how fantastic is that? I have never seen black or white squirrels in my life. Someone's going to tell me they're a bat or something in a minute, some kind of rare Thailand kind of, you know, weasel. But I'm assuming they're just squirrels, and that's great to see them like that, like right close up. I don't know what he's feeding them. Some sort of tom yam. Cool. They're getting a lot cockier, aren't they, squirrels these days? Getting a lot cockier. They used to just run away. Now, no, they run to you, get the food. Oh, amazing. Nature up close like that. I'm really happy I came down here. I've walked along the beach for quite a while. You can see the distance it goes on. It looks like, I don't know if it's all Jomtiem, but it goes on for a few kilometres there. I'm going to have a look up at a couple of the SOI'S and just see what the difference is up around that area compared to Pattaya. See what's going on up in that area. I think when I'm here in a couple of months, I will pop down to Jomtiem in the evening, just see what it's like in the evening, bring the camera down and get down to this night market. I do like a good night market, especially when there's food and drink involved. Just to let you know, on the way in, I noticed there was like a world museum, a couple of big shopping centres, there was some sort of elephant kind of sanctuary things. These might be well-known places that a lot of people know about, but I hadn't seen them before, so that helps, that helps. And you'll often hear this, people going around in trucks, selling their wares, probably saying lemon, lemon, lime, lime. Yeah, I've been coming here 8 years, I should learn some Thai really. So as you can see in the background, there's a lot of kind of dead land behind the main beach road. I might be in a different area of Jomtiem. I know further down there are SOI'S that kind of go up, but they don't seem to be as many kind of SOI'S streets kind of linking up with each other like you get in Pattaya. So it kind of seems to be like a nice big long beach road, big beach area. Loads and loads of restaurants and options down here, but there don't seem to be at the moment as many SOI'S kind of heading up in towards like the main road areas, like the interlinking SOI streets. So my observation was right, as in there's a lot of wasteland here. I've noticed that opposite the beach, you know, the kind of the town side, if you like, from the beach. But I'm looking at the positives. There's also a lot of work going on, and work going on is a sign of progression, and I admire that in these troubling times in the world. Anywhere that's redeveloping is a fantastic sign, so big thumbs up there. This is like literally one of the first SOI'S I've kind of been able to walk up, really. This is coming back towards Pattaya, basically, towards the beginning of the beach end of Jomtiem. To be fair, most of the other areas are either wasteland, being redeveloped, or just hotels, or they're just a road that takes you up to the highway. But this looks like a kind of a street here where there's, you know, bars. Again, not long. You can see at the end there, it's just not long. Yeah, kind of bars, pubs, beers, bars, all that sort of thing. So there's a little bit of that life going on here, but I think Jomtiem's kind of a nice getaway from that kind of Pattaya life, really. That's the idea of coming here, for me anyway. Something I will say, if anyone's worried about my Koh Larn video where I didn't eat any Thai food really because of the worry about toilets, there are plenty of toilets and showers down here, right along the beach, 5 or 10 baht, which is good news after Thai food. So yeah, already there's, that's the first time I've heard the massage thing. You feel a lot less attractive in Jomtiem, I know that much. Normally walking around Pattaya, handsome man, sexy man, you're welcome. It's, you know, it's like walking back into England again, ignored. Just overheard the common question that gets asked a lot here. You know, older guy sitting next to an attractive woman. Are you a lady? I mean, you wouldn't ask that in other countries, would you? What do you mean, am I a lady? Look. It's not as simple as that, is it? This is a place where you have to look and touch. But you don't have to. My first thought was right, the SOI'S get a little bit busier the nearer you get towards Pattaya. When I say nearer to Pattaya, we're 4 or 5 miles away, but that end of the beach is what I mean. It's further, it's quieter as you go further down the beach. These are kind of more like the typical SOI'S that you get off Beach Road in Pattaya now. Alright, so I've stopped for a drink now. Before I head back to Pattaya and try out this restaurant right next door to the grass, I'm looking forward to that. I've just stopped here to get a Coke Zero, just something light and refreshing before I head back. I hope you've enjoyed Jomtiem. I've certainly enjoyed popping down here and seeing it. Okay, thank you. Well, cheers. Price-wise, I will say that was 50 baht. To be fair, I could have had a Samsung or something in there for 50 baht back in Pattaya, so it might be a one-off for this particular bar, but yeah, it's just something nice and refreshing. I don't really care at the moment. I just wanted to have a sit down. Been doing lots of walking right down the end of Jomtiem and back, so it's been nice to sit down. It's a nice big open-air bar, this, to be fair. It's just up from the bend, this particular bar. There's 2 bars right next to each other, so you can see here. It's got some like American music going on in the background, a bit of country and western. Like a bit of that. No, I don't. What am I talking about? Okay guys, so I've made a really long journey, literally next door to my condo. I've been walking past this place for the last 5, 6, 7 years that I've been staying at the grass, and I've always liked the look of the food here. There's many restaurants down this road. This is just one example of a proper traditional local Thai eatery, and most of the customers here are locals. That's not to say they all are, clearly I'm not, and I'm now a customer, so I'm going to check out the menu here, see what they got, but I think I'm going to go for the hot pot. The Thai hot pot is something that I've never had before. I've seen a couple of videos about it, and I've heard good things about their one here. I mean, I'm having a hot pot, but they have a massive menu here. Shrimp with curried powder, sweet and sour with various bits and pieces, stir-fried kale, fresh sour vermicelli, all the sort of things you can imagine. I mean, there's various different pages of different menus. I've never seen a menu like it, to be honest. Lots of fresh fish and things as well. Pork, chicken. I mean, not all typical Thai style things, you know, you're not overloaded with like pad Thai, tom yum. There's lots and lots of different style things, and I like that. When I order the hot pot, I'm just going to order a hot pot and wait and see what he says, if he's going to ask what style of hot pot I want. Because in different restaurants, as far as I know, a hot pot, you normally have like either fish or beef or noodle or whatever you want. So I'm just going to basically have it as it comes. It may just be a pot of hot. Hot pot? The hot pot? Are these alcohol or no alcohol? They have alcohol, okay. I'll try this one, please. Blue Hawaii. I've gone for a Blue Hawaii cocktail. I asked whether it had alcohol in. It didn't actually specify what alcohol it was, but it's got alcohol in, and it was 129 baht for that. And I've gone for a hot pot. You probably saw there was no specification on whether it's fish, meat, noodle. I have no idea. I'm just looking forward to seeing what turns up. That was 200 baht for that, which is about £5-ish. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing what turns up. I really enjoyed the walk around Jomtiem earlier. I hope you guys like that. It's nice to be here now, ready for some food. It's about 4 o'clock, so this is like, I'm treating this as a very late lunch, because if I do go out later, I'll probably have something at about 10 o'clock as well. It depends how heavy this is. If it's a light thing or a heavy thing, you know, helps me decide what I have later on, how greedy I'm going to be. It's really, really hard not to be greedy in Thailand, because the food is so cheap, so delicious, and so available. Like, anywhere you turn, there's food going on, and they absolutely live by food over here. Their culture is just food, which is pretty good with me. I just love somewhere like this that has all the traditional Thai music going on in the background. The places up here near the grass, if you wanted to come here yourselves, these are big open plan Thai restaurants that also have sometimes entertainment on. I'm not sure whether this one does. I think, yeah, sometimes I have heard entertainment here, I think. I'm not going to try and name this restaurant. If you check out the sign there, it's obviously all written in Thai, but it does say food and drink. And to be fair, the menu has got English translation right throughout for the drinks and the food. Although it's mainly locals, there's English translation there right throughout. So, but the restaurant essentially is called Food and Drink if you're an English person, because that's all you can see on the sign. I'm not going to try asking him what it's called, but it's next to the grass condo, next to the grass service suites. So if you wanted to come and find this place and you like what we like in a minute, you're not going to miss it. My cocktail might well be on the way here. Okay, it's not the cocktail, it's all the bits that go into the hot pot. I'm a little bit kind of excited, frightened, everything, and there's only chopsticks there, there's no fork. Okay, so there's different types of fish there. What I've gauged with hot pot is you have to kind of leave it sitting in the broth and let it cook for like 10-20 seconds. So there's definitely a lot of fish there. I don't know what the pink bit is. I can't tell whether it's a fish or some sort of beef liver or something, but I will definitely drop it in the hot pot, let it cook. There's loads of like salmon and leafery and that there as well. Ah, I'm seeing them. A pot of like, hang on, that smells like a sweet chili style sauce. The only thing with the outdoor eating like this, flies everywhere. Haven't eaten with chopsticks ever in my life, and that's what you have to kind of use to put into the broth and that, I think. I'm looking forward to this. Perfectly normal, just a boiled egg with it as well. Excellent, thank you. Thanks. Okay, I mean, I have no idea, look at the size of this. It's bigger than me, it's literally bigger than me. If there's alcohol in there, I'm not getting out of this place alive. Oh man, the smells already, it's literally sat there on coals. Oh, right, let's try this first. This is a Blue Hawaiian. Yep, it's definitely got alcohol. Definitely got alcohol. I mean, that's ridiculous. The size of the jug there. It's like a huge measuring jug of cocktail. Oh, that is something naughty, that. Oh, Jesus. There was no need to ask whether there was alcohol in it or not. I mean, that's... I'm going to be dead. I'm actually going to die. I literally have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh, wow. Okay. I think it's going to be wise for me to take these off so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm not going to turn around because I imagine they're all looking at me thinking, right, how's he going to deal with this? I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to deal with it. First things first, I'm going to take the lid off. Oh, the smells. It's like some sort of ramen kind of broth, I think, going on. I think it'd be wise for me to try a little bit of the broth first. Oh, man. Oh, it's like a really clear soup, broth, Thai style. Oh, right. Okay, let's just go in for this. Hang on. I know what to do. I reckon this is so as you can decanter the broth into here and let it cook in the broth. Maybe? Let's see. Definitely not. It's definitely not how it's supposed to be. I'm just going to do, I'm just going to lump a massive big wedge of fish straight in there. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to cook on the heat though. That's the problem. I'm going to be eating raw fish. I'm literally going to be eating raw fish. Right. I'm going to try some broth flavoured with that. Oh man. Okay. No, I'm just going to chuck that back in there. There we go. Can't get enough of that. I think drinking too much of that is not going to help my case here in working out what to do. Now you have to try and find the bit of fish. Right. That's been sat in there for a few seconds. I'm just going to do it. That was really, really succulent fish. I do think you're probably supposed to leave it in there cooking a bit longer. Definitely. I'm just going to chuck a few of these things in here. A couple of like big prawns, they can go in. Right. A couple of the things I'm a bit wary about. I'm just going to stick them in there, I think. There's noodles in that here as well. Let's get that in there. If I'm doing this all the wrong way and it's supposed to be decanted, well, so be it. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Vegetables, everything going in. Some leafery. I don't know whether you're supposed to just have that cold. It's going in. I'm just going to let that sit there cooking on the stove. Some spring onion, that's going in as well. This is 200 baht. I mean, it's amazing. A fiver. I don't think it's not even a fiver. It's not even a fiver. Okay. Right. Some of the bits have started to cook, which is a good thing. I'm going to try a little bit of this chilli sauce on its own, which is a bit weird. Yeah, I was right. It's a little bit sweet, but definitely is spicy. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a nice little accompaniment to go with that. I imagine this is the sort of thing that's really, really nice to do if you're in a couple, you know, a lot of Thai couples and families in here all sharing over the hot pot. Or some white bloke turning up who hasn't got a clue what he's doing, just chucking it all in and seeing what happens. One thing I definitely won't be doing, that they might expect me to do, is put the whole boiled egg in there. No, I know that much. Okay. Some of the noodles started to cook. Yeah, some of the salad, the noodles. I can see some of that calves liver going on. I won't turn it down straight away. I'm going to leave the rest sitting in there. I mean, they've probably never had someone make so much mess in all their life. Now, that, I think, I'm going to be honest, it smells a bit grim. Because it's something that's a bit alien to me. It looks like an alien. Right. Okay, actually, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I didn't expect to like things like calf liver and that. Never tried that. I mean, I'm guessing here, the thin bits are definitely, yeah, they're definitely like thin bits of a cut of beef. No. That's definitely some more liver. It's like liver and kidneys and bits going on there with the fish, which is weird, but I'm not one to judge. I am judging, aren't I? I'm gonna I'm going to bastardise this a little bit and put some chilli sauce in here. Don't know if that's the way it goes, but let's see. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's cheered the sauce up a little bit. Right, the fish has literally disappeared. Ah, there we go. Right, I want the prawn. You pretty much know where you are with the prawn, don't you? Look at that. Okay, I'm going to leave the lid off because it doesn't need to be cooking too much anyway. Let's try one of these prawns here. Okay. Ah, yes. Yes. That was good. That was good. This is certainly what I would call an experience. Definitely. And get some more spring onions and things in there. Really, really flavour this baby up. A couple more of these things in there. It's lettuce. I'm putting lettuce into a soup. Okay. Right, that fish now has had a lot longer to cook than the other bit. Oh my word. Oh, that was stunning, that one. Oh, that was beautiful. Really, really was good. Because obviously the more and more you're putting in there with all the herbs and the vegetables and things and the bit, it's flavouring the ramen at the same time. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's not an oyster, I'm pretty sure that. It's just a mussel or a cockle. And I don't know how much of it you're supposed to eat. So let's just do it. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in Folkestone. I mean, I don't want to downplay the place, but taste takes you back somewhere. The last time I had anything like that would have been like cockles and whelks on like Folkestone Harbour. Put some more of that chilli sauce in there. Oh yes. It's made this nice and hot. Oh. The mouthfuls are genuinely getting better and better as this goes on. I mean, I keep doing double takes. I'm unsure that I'm going to have all the bits of calves liver and all that. I'm not sure. Oh man, are these? Oh, these are the. I've got to put a couple of these in. Proper Thai basil leaves. Yes, a couple of them can go in. Obviously some of these things can just go in as flavour, some of them you can just eat. I mean, yes, distinctive Thai flavour going on there. This is probably one of the best Thai experiences that I think I've ever had actually doing this. I've been scared a little bit of trying these things. And the reason I do these videos is to try and promote places, obviously, and get places on the map. But also to show that you shouldn't be scared of places. You shouldn't be scared of trying new things. Embrace it. You live once. You die once. The aroma's getting better as well, the more and more I sort of put all these leafery and things in there. Oh man. I just want to get a bit more of that soup going in here. Because it's getting hotter and hotter, and more flavour going on. He's like, you help me with this restaurant, you do a film? Yeah, I'll help you, mate. He'll be like, you haven't helped. You made it look like that's how you're supposed to eat a hot pot, get out. Cool. I forgot how red hot that is. I mean, the steam's literally steaming up the lens. Oh, that broth, honestly, the more and more you put stuff in, the broth is getting better and better. There's bits of stuff in here that I don't know what's what anymore. Okay, well actually the little bits of meat are tasting better, so it might mean that I didn't cook the one last time long enough. Or it might mean I'm a Philistine, I don't understand what I'm eating, and they like their things undercooked and I like my things burnt. Oh. If the camera wasn't so close to the edge of the table, I'd be banging the table and banging everywhere at the moment. But I do have to think 2 steps ahead when I'm doing these things. Hot pot, all nice and sophisticated. You know, loads of foods I've never tried before, with an alcoholic slush puppy. Come here, you. I've tried everything else. I'm not sure. Oh, let's just do it. It's like celebrity get me out of here. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Okay, that bit. I really hope they weren't watching. That bit was not fantastic. I think there's some kind of fish inside. I like the flavour that everything's given to this. I don't necessarily like every component of it. Okay, let's go. What else has gone in there? Keep checking what I'm putting in now. Okay. Another little bit of the meat. Yeah. Oh, the meat is, they're actually really, really nice now, but I don't know what bit of meat it was to put some more in. Let's just go for it. I'm going to put an absolute big lump of this stuff in there. Brilliant. I'm showing you how to eat this with dignity. I cannot overemphasise how much this is making it, as time goes on, into the best soup I've ever had. The flavours are just growing and growing and building and fusing together in there. I think if you have this sort of Thai food, you can see why it's considered one of the healthiest diets. I mean, it looks like a big thing of food going on here, but fresh fish, like really lean cuts of meat, just hardly any fat on there at all, and just like a clear broth going on. I can't see that there'll be any fat or anything. All the herbs and you know, goodness from all this going on. I mean, flies, they probably have some nutrition. Well, I'm gonna get on and finish this up. I've got all this to drink as well. Just to remind you guys, just to put it in perspective, I mean, that's an obscene amount of cocktail going on. I wasn't gonna go out tonight. I think I might as well now. I will be out. I'll be out like a light. All I'd like to say is, on my last video of this particular tour of Pattaya and local surroundings, thank you so much for watching. This has been a really great experience to end this week of Pattaya. So I'll say thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. Please share this out there if you like what I'm doing and what I'm trying to promote. Ross, FoodTravelMusicLove.com. Inspiration from the heart. Thank you for watching, guys. Cheers.
Walking on a highway, let's